Gone but not forgotten. 10 years ago today, the world witnessed a kidnapping caught on tape. Carlie Brucia would be found days later, murdered. She was only 11. Her body left behind a church. And now, a decade later, that church still honors that little girl by trying to protect other children.
Such a tragic to Carlie, but it's helped a lot of young other kids now.
Stephen Kanzler, Carlie Brucia's stepfather, addressing the large crowd gathered at the Central Church of Christ. Her mother, Susan Shorpen, too emotional to speak, at the place her daughter's body was found 4 days after her abduction.
Hopefully it made kids aware and adults aware, it can happen to you. You hear about it being somewhere else. You never think it'll happen here in your backyard.
The case shocked the nation. Surveillance video from Evie's car wash on February the 1st caught the suspect, Joe Smith, luring Carlie away. The 11-year-old heading home after a sleepover. The massive search and the tragic discovery hard to forget, even for seasoned officers who attended the memorial.
For something like this to happen to her, I think it is probably our worst nightmare, but it's also gave us that sense of vigilance, and that's what I think really drove us all together to try to bring him to justice.
Smith sits on death row, but in the past 10 years, the church has worked with the community, sponsoring 8 kid safety rallies, among other campaigns, all in memory of a little girl gone too soon.
We're going to keep Carlie's memory alive. This will always be a place in this community where you can come, where you can remember, and where you can recommit yourself to taking care of the kids in our community.
For Stephen, seeing all the people here helps ease his pain in hopes of protecting another child.
I think maybe it woke a lot of people up and people have learned from it.
Joe Smith is appealing his guilty verdict. The father of 3 had a long list of arrests prior to this abduction. John?